Meteorologist Anthony J. here with extreme weather alerts, updating you on the extreme weather. Hurricane Franklin off of the ocean and soon to be Hurricane Idalia moving into the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. Could be upgraded any time overnight. Here's a satellite from earlier. The storm is just clipping the western tip of Cuba and will be merging over the Gulf of Mexico completely during Tuesday, where we expect it to strengthen. Here's the path from the Hurricane Center. Has it moving north to northeast, strengthening to a Category 3 hurricane by the time it makes landfall Wednesday morning. Another perspective, this graphic here, we're actually expecting a little faster now with landfall, say, around just after dawn, somewhere up there in that red area in northern Florida. Here's a look at a future tracker of the storm, expecting it to strengthen. Winds will be increasing along the western Florida coast all day on Tuesday and really picking up Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And we could see some wind gusts greater than 130 miles per hour where the storm makes landfall. There are those tracks honing in right in on the neck of Florida right there. And we don't expect much deviation from that now as we're getting closer to landfall. Watches and warnings may shift a little bit overnight tonight, but pretty much everywhere there in the pink is where you really have to be on alert, where we could see hurricane conditions. And that dangerous storm surge up to 12 feet in the red areas there along the coast, could even be as high as 16 feet right where the eye makes landfall. Less to the west, less to the south. We'll take another perspective here down to the southwestern part of Florida. Will be less in the way of surge, but be careful. There will be some coming in during the day Tuesday into Tuesday night. And we'll also take a look at conditions in Tampa Bay. And you'll see we still could see up to 7 feet above high tide. Will cause some flooding. Hopefully will be less. But that is the current forecast. So we have to be prepared for that around the Tampa Bay area. Now you notice too where the cone of the storm is going, not very populated. That's the good news overall where the worst conditions will be. But you see Cedar Key, you could see some of the worst conditions. And again, here's another future tracker showing the wind gusts as they come up from the south, the storm intensifying on Tuesday and slamming those winds right against the coastline. And it looks like overnight into Wednesday morning will be the worst conditions. So after the storm makes landfall, they'll start to improve, but still very windy throughout the day on Wednesday in north central Florida. Rainfall amounts generally about 5 to up to 8 inches, maybe locally higher, but not too much higher since the storm is going to be moving fairly steadily. Here's a look at some what to expect for Tampa Bay. Again, worsening conditions during Tuesday. Could have gusts to near hurricane force Tuesday night. Slow improvement on Wednesday. And then for Cedar Key, worse impacts. We'll be seeing wind gusts perhaps over 100 miles per hour by Tuesday night. Some tornadoes possible as well. And that storm surge. We'll be watching that very carefully. We'll have more updates coming up on Hurricane Idalia.